Yes, it seems we are live.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so let me introduce the guests real quick. Starting from left to right on my screen. Hopefully, everybody's is the same. There's Carlos. Carlos is from Portugal, and you have two YouTube channels, don't you, Carlos?
Yes, I have. My main channel is Castrejo67. This is my alternate channel, so yeah.
Okay. And don't you do motorsports or something like that on your main channel? Or?
I do motor. No, my main channel, I've changed it to my secondary channel. It's moto vlogs where I ride my my motorbike and just show where I live. I film it and just talk sometimes shit about it. So yeah.
All right.
So.
And then our next guest is the what? How do you say it? The equivalator? What the fuck? I can't remember.
The violator.
The violator, but here you're Cheshire Cat for some reason.
Oh, right.
You're like a chameleon.
It doesn't have the same impact.
Yeah. And you just follow me on Twitter is about all I know about you. So what can you say?
Just a regular old shit poster off the internet, pretty much.
Yeah, and you're Irish?
Half Irish, half English, so bit of a mutt.
All right, sounds good. Glad to have you. Violator, I guess. And the next one we have Dick Cheesehead. Dick, do you have a channel?
Yes, I started recently with my channel.
What kind of content do you have?
I do anti-SJW videoism and from the Dutch stand view. Sorry, my English is not so good. And I discuss and protest the recent happenings in our country because our regressive left is also very deep. Let's put it that way.
Right. And you say you're from the Netherlands?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And next we have Evil Gunney. Gunney, are you in here and working?
Yep. I think I am.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Hey.
Cool. How's everybody today?
I know that your Twitter is at Emperor Shitlord 3 without the D, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
other than that, I got a YouTube channel, but there's fuck all there. I'm not a content creator yet.
Yeah.
Unlike you.
Yeah. Gunney, you're retired USMC drill instructor at one point too, right?
Yeah, I got different ratings for sure, all over the place.
And I just saw you posted in chat that you were a merc at one point, basically.
Yeah, I did. After I got home and got healed up, I went over to, well, I did some time in Africa, and then I did some time in Jordan.
Wow.
Better duty.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get to that in a bit here. And then we got Feminist Flow or Feminist Period, depending on if you're on YouTube or...
He's muted, Tom.
Yeah. I didn't mute him. He muted himself.
Typical Frenchman.
Whether you're doing Twitter or YouTube, it seems to change. But yeah, he's anti-SJW.
Yep, anti-SJW, anti-feminist, anti-stupidity in general.
Yeah, and what's your sub count now, Flo?
4,300 and almost 50.
Yeah, wow. Well, I'm right behind you if I times it by 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you'll get there.
Yeah, well, I'll keep trying.
You still have the best on me, mate.
Yeah. Well, the thing about me that's different than you, Modwayne, is that I'm American, so, you know, everybody loves Americans.
America.
Yeah.
I just saw 5 of my guests puke, okay, so they're not believing me. Next we got Marty. Actually, Mars and explain your avatar and all of that shit, Marty.
Oh, well, years ago, well, actually, still kind of today, I had an obsession with warfare and antiquity, and I kind of fell in love with the myth of Mars. So I adopted the screen handle Martius Filius, which translates from Latin as the son of Mars. And as I became anti-feminist, the symbol of Mars became quite fitting, that male symbol that they call it today. So I decided to keep it rather than calling myself, I don't know, anti-feminist cancer or something.
Yeah, it works pretty good. And who's next? Oh, my co-host, Maud Wayne. He's from the Netherlands, and he has his own channel too. And one of the, I don't know, I just love Maud Wayne's channel because you can crack open a beer, you can sit back and just listen to him reason out stuff in a calm and gentle manner, which is the exact opposite of what I do. I just fucking yell at people. All right, that being the start, let me try to screen share with you guys.
The article.
Yeah, let's see. I gotta find it here. Okay, are you guys seeing this?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just kind of read it because I don't know how hard it is for you to read. The question is, how much stronger is the U.S. military compared to the next strongest power? This author claims 1,000 times, maybe more. He says that we spend a $711 billion per year. The next closest is China at $143 billion. Then he talks about the M1 Abrams tank that has never been completely killed ever. I guess it's been disabled a couple of times. I don't know.
They're
China
awesome fucking machines.
What's that? They're awesome machines?
Fucking A.
Yeah, but China is better now because they stole all the plans, all the schematics, and they improved on them.
Okay, well, maybe so, but they say that China has less than 500 Type 99 tanks. The Americans have 8,700 Abrams. We have 10 aircraft carriers, the good kind. Everyone else has 10 combined. And they're mostly the smaller ships that launch probably helicopters and those VTOL aircraft.
Yep.
China has, yes, a lot of military power in terms of manpower and that, but they're not very well trained. Even I know that. Yeah.
They've got a lot of enlistees. Is that what you're saying, Carlos?
Yeah, their training is if they would go, they were beaten by Vietnam in the 80s. So, shit. Vietnam, okay, then I know it touches on you guys because even I feel it as well, and I'm more neutral in that. Vietnam inflicted the first defeat of the US forces because they employed guerrilla tactics. China also got beaten the shit out of them in a conventional war with Vietnam. So
but
they're not that
China's
strong.
made less
They have
progress
people.
in the last 30 years now. They got electricity.
Yes,
guys,
but it's still not enough. They still don't have the training.
But you're making a very simple mistake. You cannot fight a freedom war in a, how do you call it, domestic situation with a conventional army.
Oh, you can't. Yes, but the Sino-Vietnamese War of the 1980s. It was a conventional war. It wasn't any freedom war. It was a cross-border tactic, and the Vietnamese pushed them back. Yeah.
Not really, because
they did.
There was a lot of support from the populace. So it was an occupying force versus a freedom fighting force. And the freedom fighters only had two options. They would be free or they would be dead, which basically amounted to the same. You cannot fight an army like that.
Not in the Sino-Vietnamese War. There wasn't an occupying force. They did not actually cross the border. They were repelled before they crossed the border. They were trying to help Laos, and the Vietnamese they were trying to Cambodia. They were trying to help Cambodia because the Vietnamese had invaded Cambodia and kicked out the Khmer Rouge, and China tried to intervene, and they were absolutely thoroughly beaten by the Vietnamese, which didn't have. They had Soviet Union help, of course, only material. So that's how I saw it when I was growing up. I saw it first off. Because I'm that old.
So the U.S. military is the only kind of military that has made progress in the last 30 years?
No, I think that's ridiculous.
No. But they have good weapons.
No, just Israel has advanced by leaps and bounds. But then again, they something like 7% of their GDP goes to their defense budget. So they're just all sorts of crazy.
No, that is
Israel is awesome. They got their thing.
Israel
got a thing called the Israel got a thing called the Iron Curtain, which is basically an artillery gun that shoots artillery shell in flight, which is awesome.
It's a missile. It's a Patriot missile system. Upped one is what it is.
Kind of, but it's all kinetic. It's not guided missiles. They do all the calculations
it's based on the old
the launching side.
System of the Netherlands. It's based on the goalkeeper from Delta Works.
Yeah, so pretty much all the military, most of the military of the advanced nations have done lots of progress. So especially with China, who tries to keep lots of secrecy on their capabilities. Unless you're an expert in the field, it's hard to evaluate or even just estimate what kind of military might they could have.
Fuck, they could put 300 million people in the field tomorrow with butter knives and fucking attack somebody.
And that's what they might. They basically they can use the same tactics that Russia used during the Second World War. We've got one guy, we've got one rifle, we've got 10 people. One guy carries the rifle and shoots, the other ones follow him. If the guy with the rifle falls down dead, you pick up the gun. If you kill one of theirs, you pick up their gun.
And even now, China is great at cyber warfare also, which is a factor that's not often taken into consideration. Like, I know from credible sources that, they stole every schematics of the M1A1 Abrams battle tank, except the communication system. Why not? Because they had a better one already.
But the thing is, and this is, I guess, what the article is about as well. The American military is by far the largest. I will not say they're by far the best, but they are because they are by far the largest. But if you look at the different pieces of technology, America is implementing more high-end military technology, but it's not all their works. I mean, it's based on a lot of work from other countries.
Yes, but look at it this way. Russia's annual military budget is $58 billion, and they can keep the United States of America at bay with that.
Yeah.
Well, this guy down here...
We do not want to attack Russia. We do not want to attack Russia. That's fucking craziness.
Yeah.
But if you compare it, for example, with countries that spend less, if you look at, for example, the Netherlands, if you look at Poland, if you look at Germany, all of them have way smaller budgets for their military, but they have specialized their military in certain areas. And this is something America is trying to do with its all military, to be specialized in everything. Where, for example, if you look at, I think Finland has repelled the Russian attacks throughout history, the last 100-something years, because their army is basically completely specialized in defending Finland. You have to be a lot better to be able to even dent them.
It's training. Like that's I say this all the time. You can have all the fucking fancy shiny toys you want, but unless you have actually a warrior behind it to shoot,
Yeah.
you're fucking. It's the men that drive the forces. It is. If you get a bunch of pussies, you're gonna have a pussy army. If you get a bunch of killers, you're gonna have a killer army.
I knew a guy from that had done military service for the Danish military. I took him to the shooting range while he was on a business trip to the US, and he said his cheeks were hurting from smiling so much from shooting a gun, and he's been in the military. He told me that, he told me that during his, I forgot if it's 2 or 3 years of mandatory service, he shot his rifle 3 times.
Holy
That's 2 times more than the Portuguese military do. But I have some statistics here.
Yeah, go, Carlos.
2011 to 2015, Russia spent 4.6% of their GDP in military. United States 3.5%, Israel 5.9%, and Portugal 1.5%.
Are you on the World Bank site? Because that's where I got my stats.
Yes, exactly. Yes, World Bank. Yep. So I think we agree on that. Yeah. Now, I think that the United States and Israel and even Portugal are using their money much more efficiently than say Russia, China, and a whole lot of other countries that we can. It's not how much you spend.
Carlos.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, look at the new fighter that they just came up with, the U.S. Okay, they're at $2.2 trillion and haven't even got a nose gun affixed to it yet. Okay, every time they take it up in the air and shoot that thing.
The Joint Strike Fighter.
Yeah.
The F-35.
Yeah, the F-35.
That's a flop. That's a flop. That's
F-35. That's not the JSF. F-35, isn't that the Raptor?
No, it's
that's the F-22.
Yeah,
the news generation.
F-35 is the Joint Strike Fighter.
The F-22, from what I've seen, is a success, and the F-35 is a nosedive.
It's a fucking
$2.2 trillion spent on that fucking thing. So don't tell me the U.S. spends its money fucking militarily more wise than everybody else.
No, that's the problem.
Out of the 3.5% of the GDP, you're going to take away that lemon, which is the Joint Strike Fighter. It's a lemon.
There are more lemons. There are more lemons.
No,
there are way more lemons. The problem with the American military.
Let Carlos finish though, but be quick, Carlos. So
yes, real quick. You have awesome military technology. I will say the Abrams. I will say the B-1 bomber. It's an awesome weapon system. The stealth fighter is another awesome F-35, the F-15, F-16, F-18, the aircraft carriers, the Reagan class, I think they are, or is it the
Nimitz?
Yeah, it's the Nimitz.
The Nimitz class, yeah. They are fucking awesome. Yeah, you've had those shit lemons since World War II. The F-35 is a lemon, but do you guys know that you are developing now the B-21, which is cheaper than the B-1. It'll be much more efficient. Yes, it'll cost fucking a lot of money, but it's still within that 3.5%, 3.6%.
Let Mod Wayne counter now.
Go,
Mod Wayne.
Yes.
The problem isn't so much the lemons, though. I mean, yes, you're right. I mean, you're going to try and develop new stuff. There will be mistakes made during that development. The real problem is the U.S. military complex. Not the soldiers, but the factories around it. It actually happens in America right now that, for example, planes are being bought that will never fly, only to be put back to scrap metal within a few months after being bought. for a fraction of the money they cost. That's a problem. And this is also why the American military complex is so incredibly expensive compared to its size. Even though they are huge, their pricing is way higher. And that's an issue.
But didn't Carlos and Marty just say that we spend less than Russia as GDP?
3.5 to 4.6%.
Yes, but the Russian GDP is nowhere near the United States GDP.
Oh yeah, that's
in percentage you spend
our GDP
less.
for 2015 was around 18 trillion.
I don't have the actual numbers of the GDP of each country. I'm only looking at what they spent in military budgets.
Right.
Portugal has the GDP of 100 billion, yeah, or something like that. We spend 1.5%. We can't afford diesel for the personnel carriers. We can't afford bullets. They use 22 LR conversions to train shooting in the range.
You can't afford the kitchen personnel to make you sandwiches.
Yeah, but we spend on our training, and Portugal actually has still sergeant majors and the actual people that train. Then the generations that are still active that fought in the colonial wars. They fought and they developed anti-guerrilla warfare. We are good. We sent. I'll give you a small example, and then I'll shut up. What we are, because I can get overbearing on that. During the
I'm just about getting over to this mute button.
Yeah, it'll be quick and fast. During the East Timor liberation guerrilla warfare shit, Australia was there. They basically stayed in Dili, the capital of East Timor. A small detachment of about 150 reserve. They were basically reserve soldiers, or they were well trained. Portugal, they sent them into East Timor. They would patrol the border. The tactic they use, they would let the West Timorese, the Indonesians, into East Timor. When they came back, carried fully loaded with loot, then they'd shoot them. And they would ask questions later.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
They're
We learned
using their
that shit
brains,
in
is what you're
Africa.
saying.
Yeah, we learned that shit in Africa, in Angola, in Mozambique, in Guinea.
Yeah.
That's where we learned that shit. While the Australians were trying to find them in the jungle, the Portuguese were, okay, this is where they enter. Let them in.
Yeah.
Okay, here they come. They're coming back. Let's shoot the shit out of them. That's a tactic. Yeah. That's where we spend our money.
Marty,
now I will be quiet.
Marty, do you have the size of the China and Russian economies there at your fingertips? Because I think you're right. I think the American economy is 18 trillion. Because I heard during this election season that our debt is almost at 100% of our GDP right now.
Well, the income tax is basically there to pay off the interest to the Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
It collects 5% more than what the Fed is owed every year in interest payments.
Yeah. From what I see in my source here, GDP of China in 2015 is about 19.51 trillion. And from that, they spend 1.99% of their GDP, that's to 2012, on their military.
Yeah, but they go around stealing everybody's technology, so that saves
Oh,
them.
yeah, so they don't have any cuts in R&D.
That's fucking smart, man.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't say it wasn't. That's why all these U.S. politicians, when they jump up and they start saying, "Oh, we're going to attack Russia, we're going to attack China," like, are you guys on fucking crack?
Don't worry, though. They steal the blueprints and then they build it their own way. It's the same what they do with the car industry, but the cars they build are crap, even though they stole the blueprints.
They do. They are starting to build.
They always try to improve on them. Except the car, they make them cheaper because they don't really care about their citizens. Because they know that each time a citizen dies, 5 of them are born.
Does anybody even have an idea of what make, what a Chinese car, like a Ford or a Chevy, or what the fuck do they produce over there?
Geely company, that's a Chinese manufacturer, bought Volvo.
Holy fuck.
Volvo?
Yes,
Oh, Volvo.
Volvo. Yes,
I heard Volvo.
Volvo. Not vulva, you sexual cunt.
All right, I'm just before
Sexual
I close
cunt,
this
Volvo,
screen
yeah.
share, I just wanted to point
Sorry,
out
Tom.
that the author of this article goes down to say he doesn't really think it's 1,000 times. It might be 100 times, and somebody that disagrees with him is below this article. So I'll put this in the link later for if people want to look at it.
I have 213 statistics for the GDPs. India, 1.877 trillion US dollars. China, $9.25 trillion. United States, 16.77 trillion. 213. The World Bank source.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'm looking at the CIA World Factbook.
CIA, Corporations in Action.
Yeah.
I
CIA
like
World
the
Factbook.
FBI
It's not
when I
up to
was
date
growing up.
because
It's
we don't
fucking
keep
bloody.
they don't release the information until a year later.
All right.
But they're very accurate. Though.
But the problem America has with its military spending is not so much that they spend a lot of money on their military. If that money were to be actually spent on their military, but a lot of the money is basically sunk away in fake projects or kickbacks or whatnot. It doesn't really end up with the soldiers. It doesn't really end up with the military hardware.
Hey, it costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money to fucking start all these little wars across the world.
Yeah, and I'm going to say
Well,
that
yeah,
I'm
that
going
too.
to say that you're going to have that same problem in Russia and China. They're going to have corruption in there.
Yep.
Yeah, but also the more personnel, the more salary you need to pay, the more wages. Because let's say like Portugal, I don't think there's many out of country Portuguese era military bases as opposed to the US, which has bases all around the world. So that increases the expenditure.
We don't have the bases. We are basically incorporated to peacekeeping forces.
Yeah, because
we have
I agree with it or not, but
Bosnia,
US is kind of the self-appointed world police.
Yes.
Team America.
Yeah.
What do we got now? 960 external bases. The United States around the world, 127 countries.
Yeah, you guys could have left the Azores Island as the military base.
Okay, one at a time, guys. Carlos, you're doing a lot of talking, so
I'll shut up.
Some elbow room.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a lot of lots of people forget about how much it costs to pay those soldiers because they're not war machines. They need to get paid.
But the worst part is that's not where most of the money goes to.
No, but if there's a budget cut, often it's the soldiers that take it. Like the furlough a couple of years back. Yeah, like the furlough, that was nasty. I was in a base at the time, and I felt bad for all the guys. I was still getting partially paid because I was a contractor. But those guys had to show up or they would be court-martialed even if they didn't know if they would get paid or not at the end of the month.
Yeah. And that's disturbing, you know. That's a morale killer.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we got an idea kind of what America's strength is, and I think one of the weapon systems that we left out, that one that I kind of makes me sleep good at night, is the submarine service, because I think, you know, controlling the sea, that America as a continent is a fortress in and of itself. So with the submarine fleet, I don't think we need that power out in the world for our own benefit, other than, I guess, sea lanes in the South China Sea and the Persian Gulf area. I want to, you know, kind of turn the conversation to, do you guys want us in the South China Sea? Do you guys in Europe, do you want us in the Middle East patrolling the Suez Canal? What do you think?
No.
We don't want to be there, but we have to be there.
Yeah. Yes, but we can control those fuckers with money, okay? We don't need to, like I said, for 25 years we've been going around the Middle East dropping $100,000 bombs on $5 tents and getting us no fucking place. Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. We're worse off now than when we started. Now, you know how you fix that? You go into Saudi Arabia and you have a very frank conversation with them. You give one more fucking nickel to these bastards and I'll hang you from that light pole over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
No
Yeah,
bucks, no bullets.
No, that's true. And instead of looking at the situation from a hawk kind of idea, from a war hawk kind of idea, look at it from a building kind of idea. Look at what the Americans did to Europe after the Second World War. And I know I said to Europe, so it makes it sound negative, but the Americans brought in the Marshall Plan, which built up Europe, which built up stability here.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You can say we did it to you. It sounds like you used our semen.
That's why I said I know it sounds wrong, but I'm
It
still going
sounds
to
right
use
to
it.
me.
Fair enough.
But also, you didn't have, all of Europe wasn't trying to blow everything up that you built 5 minutes after you walk away from it either.
But the thing is, if you look at countries in the Middle East, it's a fucking mess there. But if you look at countries like Lebanon, Libya, even Syria, even though Syria is now a fucking mess, these weren't the big messes they are now.
No.
America isn't the destabilizing factor there, though. I mean, a lot of people keep blaming America for it. That's not completely justified. But we're not building anything. We're just destroying. And that's the problem.
I don't blame America. I just don't understand why we are arming our fucking enemies.
Yeah.
I do not
Same thing.
understand that.
Me as well.
Same thing happened with Afghanistan.
Fucking
Like
right.
during the not the Stasi, during the war, Russia and Afghanistan, we trained and
Mujahideen.
armed the Afghan forces.
Yeah, the Mujahideen.
Mujahideen, yes.
And
And
is this worth
see what
doing?
happened after that?
And that's what became the Taliban.
Yeah.
And this is what happened with ISIS as well. How did ISIS start? Because America broke down the Iraq army.
No,
and then they
ISIS
got the
was
weapons.
lucky.
No.
ISIS was so lucky. ISIS took advantage that the Iraqi military were a bunch of pussies that if they got attacked, they would run away and leave all their equipment behind. ISIS
Yeah,
would
but
take
how
the
did that
equipment and
happen?
go on and go on.
And look at the amount of equipment they had. And I am 100% sure that ISIS is getting funded from Saudi Arabia.
It is, 100%.
So America comes in, destabilizes Iraq, leaves Iraq. Iraq is still destabilized. ISIS gets in and takes over.
I think there was some arming of what's that guy's name? Assad, anti-Assad forces by the CIA. In fact, that's one of the conspiracy theories that what was going on in Libya was a CIA operation to get guns and weapons to anti-Assad forces. I don't know if it's true, but there is that claim out there that that's how ISIS got its start. But I think Flo is exactly right. When they really got going is when they got a hold of that Iraq equipment.
Well, don't you guys remember when Rand Paul stood up in front of the Congress and said, why are we shipping people we know that are going to start attacking us, the instant that this is over, they're going to turn around and shoot at us with our own weapons. We sent them 650 tons of fucking small arms and weapons to ISIS.
It kind of sounded
In
like
Syria.
George Washington to me when he made that speech, is what I thought. Yeah, why the fuck are we in this foreign entanglement?
Like I was literally getting shot at by,
America would solve or basically this ISIS supply provisions if they just fucked Saudi Arabia and Turkey. Kick Turkey out of NATO. Isolate Saudi Arabia. They don't need their petroleum. America, Canada, and other countries now have enough petrol to fuck up those the Arabian Peninsula slave states, the promoting states. Isolate them. basically the money that goes into terrorism dries up.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I keep saying. Is like I said, is when we went into Iraq, I thought we're going the wrong fucking way here, boys. We need to jump the pond and go attack those fucking over there. You know, they're our enemy. You know,
let Dick and the Violator get in here if they have something to say. They haven't been talking very much.
Yeah, I could only really speak from layman terms, being, fairly young and never actually being in any form of armed forces, but from how I see the sort of situation is much like Feminist Flow and Gunney said. It's just cut the money, let it all sort of dry out, and then you have to start building in there if you want to get things to change properly.
I wish that our politician had the nuts to tell the American people we're going to. Well, let me say, if we're going to be involved, I want to do it the right way, like Gunney and you are suggesting, and that is to fucking fix the problem. And that means, well, we might be having shortages in oil, but we don't have leadership like that. We've always got to do things fucking half-assed. We can't stay out of it, and we can't do it right. It just fucking drives me crazy.
Well, yeah, because this is what pisses me off. If we're going to go to war with somebody, let's go to fucking war. Kill them, dead, 6 months.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm not advocating war, but if we're going to do it that way.
I'm just saying that once you start a war, once you declare war on a fucking country, you go in there and you kill people and fuck shit up until they're done.
Exactly. That I'm 100% behind. Because the politicians have to make the population happy, and the population doesn't know what's going on. The fisherman on his boat, he doesn't care. He doesn't really know about war. The hippie in Oregon, he doesn't care about the war. He just knows he's against it. He doesn't know what it's for.
Right. Well, I would say 40% of the population back, I don't know, a decade ago would have said, well, we're going to back the president. If he says we might have an oil problem, we're going to back him. I don't know anymore because we're fucking tired of these pricks kicking the dog. But yeah.
Well, that's the whole point, Tom, see, the reason why these wars drag out like this now is because it makes more money for the people that are making money, right? Yeah. Then if we went in there and hit them with the hammer, wham, one time, bang, kill everybody and everything that pisses us off. 6 months.
Lay them out, make them a protectorate or whatever. And
exactly.
No, you're not going to be a democracy. You're under our thumb until you get your shit together. If you never get your shit together, then you're going to be under our thumb.
Exactly.
Well, but if you look at Afghanistan, I mean, we've mentioned Afghanistan a few times. The Dutch soldiers were the soldiers assigned to the province of Uruzgan. And when the Dutch came there, Uruzgan was a fucking mess. It was one of the terrible places out there. It was all terrible, I guess, but it was a fucking mess. The Dutch soldiers started building it up. Now, Afghan farmers, a lot of Afghan farmers were farming drugs because that pays the bills, therefore they were farming drugs. What did the Dutch soldiers do? They go in, they take away the crops, but they help build up farming implements and whatnot to build food. Yeah. It doesn't bring as much money, but it does bring them food. What did America do? They just burned down the drugs crops they found, but they didn't build anything. Which in an event it's only a negative way because you only say, okay, what you're doing is wrong, therefore I'm going to take you out. Done. Either build or don't build, but you can't do both. You can't build a society. You can't give them the right to build freedom and whatnot if you do not help them build up that very freedom you want them to have.
Well, it's better to destroy their field than to leave it there.
No, destroy their fields. That's good. But then help build up that field again. Help them build up something else.
Give them perspective.
I don't. Give them perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you look at it another way, that same technology or installations or infrastructure that you give them to build food, they might turn around and just make a more efficient poppy crop instead.
You have to destroy them so hard that they lose the will to fight as a populace. That's what worked in Germany. That's what worked in Japan.
Yeah.
The reason that it's not working in Afghanistan is they live, in dirt huts, and they still have dirt huts when we're done. They had violence before. They had violence when we're there. They're going to have violence afterwards. We haven't
showed them another way.
Yeah.
Yes, bring them Western cultures. That's it. Will that solve the issue?
Don't say that we should bring them Western cultures. But for example, if you want to bring them a hospital or a school, build that school, protect that school, and anyone that looks at that school in a funny way, them you hit over the head.
Yeah.
But the ones that want to come in, the ones that want to come in and that want to expand on their life in that way, assist them, protect them, like a protectorate.
Yes.
Yeah, but the minute that you leave, it will be taken over by the Taliban, which will use that to either as a headquarter for their military or even train their own doctors.
If you want to change the people, you have to change their lives. You cannot. I mean, in Germany they say "Erst das Fressen, dann das Moral." Basically, first we want food, then we start thinking about how we can do things differently. You want to bring in the possibility to be self-sufficient, and you protect that. And trust me, the Taliban will not get a foothold if people realize that it will mean going back to where they were 10 years ago.
And you have to be savage at any point that they start popping their heads up.
Yeah.
Overwhelming force.
Done.
You have to beat the will to fight out of them for there to be peace in that kind of a situation. I don't know how people can't fucking get that through their heads.
Well, this is what I'm saying is when you take over that country, before you leave your hospitals and stuff behind, you make sure the bad guy on the block is pissing blood from the fucking kidney shots you just gave him.
Yeah, and you have to do both.
Yeah. Or play Bollywood music. It's working in a few other places.
Yeah, Pakistan kind of disagrees with that.
No, half of Pakistan, yes, but the other half absolutely love that music, so it's working.
Pakistan is getting scary, man.
It is. Baluchistan is not Pakistan, by the way.
No.
True. Baluchistan is that eastern part that's close to the Indian border, and they are fucking annoyed at the Pakistani regime shit, and they love Bollywood music. They play it just to piss off the fucking Islamists in the other side, the other area. Yeah, they love it. The UK forces are using Bollywood music to fucking see how powerful the forces, the ISIS forces are in there, and to piss them fuck off, because it's so haram that they throw in everything. They get a truck with speakers and a tape recorder. They drove it to the town which is controlled by the ISIS idiots. They put it on full blast, remote controlled, and they just observe and say, "Oh, that's how powerful they are." So they probably go around them and beat the shit out of them while they're distracted.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Anyway, I'll shut up.
Kick the hornets. Kick the hornets, and that's the hornets come out. Oh, sorry, Tom.
No, go ahead, man.
Oh, I was just going to say that, yeah, if you kick a hornet's nest, the hornets will come out and sting your ass. But if you kick a hornet's nest with an AK-47 in your hand, that's a different story.
Yeah. Always have the flamethrower ready.
Yeah.
I'd say a flamethrower, but okay.
All right, I think Dick wants to say something. Dick, you got something now?
Well, it's not entirely my cup of tea, but from my perspective, the last 6 years, things are going down in Syria. The whole world is just watching and standing by how the complete country is raped and murdered and tortured. It's a complete failure of the United Nations. In my eyes, the whole world is failing at this moment. If you hear that these sex slaves are traded with Turkey and Saudi Arabia, and that oil is still trafficked and sold, and the United States know these kind of things. So I really don't trust any government at this point on in this world.
I'm with you, Dick, and what I would say to that is, I think, before we got into Iraq or whatever, and made so many mistakes that the American people thought they had moral authority to go in and help situations like that out. My sense of things now is that the American people don't feel like we have moral authority to go in anywhere, because everywhere we go, we fuck things up. And
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Leave
look
America.
look at Syria. I mean, just look at Syria. Everybody's calling Assad this and that, and he's a Muslim fucking extremist and blah, blah, blah. The guy is a Western-backed, educated fucking doctor, for fuck's sake. His old man was an asshole, fucking A. This guy is a Western-educated man, okay? He is not running around chopping people's fucking heads off and shit like that. And if somebody does it in his army, that's not his fault, okay?
Yeah,
it is double.
I don't know enough about his regime to say yay or nay, but I would certainly say that 10 years ago we could have rolled in and felt pretty good about it if we were just going to say we're going to keep the peace. But now we don't. Our people don't want to be involved in none of this shit.
If you
so
compare
much lies about that over there. I mean, it just baffles me that we're, like I say, we're fucking arming ISIS.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's 100%. Like,
I agree. They should stop the help to Saudi Arabia and Turkey. That's it. It'll stop.
Fucking right.
Yeah,
Turkey
it'll
should
stop
be
at the
smoking
ISIS,
by
yeah.
now.
Why the fuck isn't Turkey out of the NATO? If I had any power, I'd kick Turkey out and say, look, mate, you wanna fuck with us? Now deal with Turkey. You're fucking out of NATO. I mean, deal with Russia. You are fucking out of NATO. You will see how they would fucking crumble. I mean, they would fucking crumble like a 2-year-old kid that you slap in the bottom.
Exactly. Like I said, if I had any power, Turkey would be smoking. There'd be just fucking clouds of smoke over top of it. And why is Saudi Arabia the head of the human rights in the UN? Where?
Don't tell me they
On
actually
what
did
planet
that.
does that make any sense whatsoever?
Let Dick and the Violator get in, guys, a little bit.
Yeah, well, the only thing I can say, it's one big fake, fantasy story for the public. That these people are busy with entirely different games. We don't have any notion of. I don't know where they are busy with.
Yeah.
The only thing
I mean,
I'd say is... Oh, go on.
Even if you look in Europe now, how we deal with the refugees from Syria, we're paying Turkey a load of money to keep Syrian refugees basically off our soil. If we would have given half of that money to Greece, helped Greece build up a good system to deal with these refugees, then we would have done it cheaper. We would have helped Greece. We would have helped the Syrians. Now we're just making a mess of things because politics.
Brexit.
Yeah.
I agree.
Eat me.
Because we're not going to do it right, do you think America should just pull everybody home?
Actually, yes.
No, because it will make things worse. It's better to do a shitty job than nothing at all.
No, it's not better to do a shitty job than nothing at all. You do a good job or you do not do a job, because the shitty job is what's bringing us these problems. Basically, this is something my old teacher once said to me. Build a wall around the Middle East and let it simmer for a few years.
Build a wall and make them pay for it.
Well, that's one way of dealing it, but I don't think you really have to build a physical wall to be able to stop people.
Maybe a joke, but
The wall just got 10 feet higher.
Yeah.
It worked for Germany and Berlin, so.
Yeah, walls are awesome. I got my picture taken with a piece of the Berlin Wall. Random piece of information. But yeah, walls are great. There should be more walls. Walls everywhere.
Yeah, well, I do wish we would get our immigration issue under control, but let's save that for a different time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a problem in Europe, though, and I mean, I'm all for allowing refugees into the country. I really am. It sounds weird, but I am. But that doesn't mean that they should have a free pass. If you come to my house because you need shelter, then you live under my roof with my rules. If you do not want to live with my rules, you do not live under my house and piss off.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
with
what you
refugee-
think. But look at Germany. They're like, no, don't offend them. Let them
which is a
rape
problem.
a little, let them commit crimes.
fucking
It's
hate
okay.
that.
They're not used to this culture.
that's-
Let's give them a pass.
This is I made a movie about this, not a video or whatever you want to call it, not so long ago. This is a problem. We are turning a blind eye to the problems that these refugees are fleeing from. And there's over 1 million refugees, so that there will be some criminals. I have no problem believing that. But that we let these criminals do the same crimes here as that they were doing there. Then why did the refugees come here? Because we're not helping the real refugees if we deny the fact that some of them are criminals, but hey, you know what, they're criminals.
Because at this point, I see it like it's being in a bad relationship. Let's say you think you want to break up with the person you're dating, but then you just bought 2 plane tickets and vacation at a resort and something. You're like, fuck, if I break up right now, I'll lose half of it. It's like, okay, I'll tough it out a little bit, and hopefully everything will be good. I'll forget everything, forgive everything, and until the end of the vacation. But then there's always something.
And then you get killed by her.
That's what I was
That's
saying.
the
Then
comparison you're tracking.
then you're laying in bed one night and she beats you to death with a hammer.
Yeah, because that's the comparison you're making. So I'm sorry. The problem we have in the Western world now is that we have Syrian refugees and Afghani refugees and Pakistani refugees and whatnot more refugees who come here and break the law.
Yes.
And that should be the bottom line.
Hey, like I say, if you watch those guys coming over the fucking border, and they're guys, right? They're fucking, 18 to 30-year-old men. They're
fighting
all
age guys.
Yeah, and they're coming here. Fuck that noise. You turn them around at the border and you give them a gun, and you give them some bullets, and you say, pick a line, Assad or this or ISIS. There you go, and I'll get the fuck out of here.
My last intervention, guys. Portugal.
Always the last one.
This is my last because I have to go to bed. I'm working tomorrow. Portugal has allocated 4,500 people of the refugees to come to Portugal. At the moment, we have officially 169 that came here. Officially. Yeah, officially, because I doubt the numbers. They basically show 3 families, which I've seen in every television show. 3 families, right? Okay. Do you know why they don't come here? They come here, okay, they get a house, they get free education, they get free medicine, but they only get 496 euros per month. That's what they get.
This is another thing that pisses me off.
Yeah. Compared to France, even Spain pays the same refugees 1,100 euros a month.
Yeah.
France is 2,000 and something.
I wouldn't pay them a fucking
reckon-
nickel. I'd give them a tent and a fucking tent city, and they would stay in the tent city. I don't understand. What the fuck
They
is
do.
going
In the
on?
Calais region, they pay them for the tent fucking city. Apparently, they cleaned it out.
You want their
this was-
situation to be such that they're only coming there if they're really a refugee. You don't want them coming there if they're taking advantage of your welfare system. For
Exactly.
fuck's sake, guys.
And
but that's the problem.
Just the last bit. I've spoken to Tom before. Another reason why they don't like to come here because we spread them the fuck over all of Portugal. They go to villages which have 99%. They are the 1% of Christians. They don't fucking want that. They don't go to Lisbon. We don't send them to Lisbon because Lisbon has all their apartments full and all that shit. They send them here to Fuckville in the middle of the country, and say, you have a school, you have and that shit. They said, where is our mosque? Oh, there's only 52 mosques in Portugal, and not in where they send them. There's one about 150 kilometers away. You have to go there if you want to pray. They don't want that. So they they catch the bus and piss off to wherever they want. That's what Portugal does. And I reckon it should be a model for all of Europe. Spread them the fuck out. Dilute them into the population. There won't be any problems.
I would go one further. Look at Denmark. In Denmark, they have to actually pay for their stay. So if you have money, or if you have jewelry or whatnot, then I'm sorry, you have to pay for it. So which makes sense. I mean, I have to pay for my house. I have to work for my food. Why refugees get a free?
Why don't you guys want to make them want to get out of the camp and go back and fight for their own fucking country? I don't understand that.
Fuck.
Well, I don't care.
Fight for my country. Why shouldn't they fight for their fucking country?
Because they don't have anyone to fight with or for. I mean, it's Syria is such a
give them a bullet. I'll buy their uniform.
Women.
Well, I got a couple of rifles laying around.
They go back to their country, they'll have to deal with their wife and kids, so they can come to our countries and say they're single and rich.
Wife and kids, yeah. I also accept their myth of the wife and kids. Okay, guys, I love you guys. I have to go.
All right,
Carlos. Thank you for the honor, and see you guys. And I've been a right-wing cunt today, but I can be left as well. So only social stuff I can be slightly a leftist. I'm a rightist economically. Bye, guys. Nice to meet you.
Well, what do you think, the Violator? What would you do if you were in charge of this immigrant issue?
Oh, honestly, I think, like Carlos just said on the outset, it's spreading them out. And honestly, it's integration things as well. It's the main issue.
Yeah. Dick?
Well, I think integration with immigrants is just like inflation with economy. If you have a little bit inflation, it's good. I mean, that's good, a little bit growth, so it's good for the gene pool. But if you just have these massive numbers, they don't integrate. They keep in their own space with each other, and that's a problem. Yeah. And if you have small villages and there is one household with a Syrian family or whatever, then there is no problem because the village will take them into the society and
help them.
Yes, like that, and that's okay. But if you have these massive groups, that's a problem. That's a real problem.
I agree.
Germany on New Year's Eve.
That's the difference between an immigrant, though, and a refugee, right? So if you're a war refugee, I'm not considering you for placement in the society. I'm considering you for safety while shit gets sorted out in your country.
Yep.
And I'm not going to provide you, the standard of living of my citizens. I'm not going to do that. I don't want you here. I want you back fighting for your land after 8 weeks of fucking boot camp, and Gunney issues you a rifle. Then go.
Fucking right.
I mean, yeah, the women and children, they'll stay here, I guess, but
until the thing's settled.
Exactly.
And then you're packed up and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way fucking out.
Yeah. I guess if the people that you send back lose, maybe you do absorb those people at some point.
Yeah. The non-hairy ones.
Yeah.
My view on it is if you want to come live in the country and reap the benefits as a citizen of it, where's your passport? Where's your visa?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could start applying and start the integration process that you and Dick are talking about, that you want to be a part of our society. You're not coming here to bring your culture. You're here to say, fuck my old culture. I want to be a part of your culture. You guys make a lot more sense. Okay, we'll let you out of the camp, and you're under probation, and you're going to go through the system.
Yeah. But Tom, That's the thing, especially in Germany, but also here in the past. They get housing, they get their money, but a lot of times they get protected when they commit a criminal act. So it's quite obvious why these people don't have any respect for our law. I mean, they don't get any consequences.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why they come over here and then immediately start turning our country into the shithole their country is.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's,
think
that's
some
what
of
they
them,
know. That's what they're used to.
Their whole idea when they left was to spread Islam, honestly. You know, I don't buy the idea that 90% of these people coming out of there are, you know, just fleeing war. I think there's a significant percentage that are trying to spread Islam.
Yeah.
Probably, and I'm guessing it's around 25% roughly.
That's a pretty big fucking number, you know.
That's around 250, 300,000 of them. Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah.
But the real problem is not that they are coming. The real problem is that we can't say anything about it because then you're Islamophobic or you're racistic or what else.
I can give a fuck what they call me anymore. I don't give a fuck.
Me
You
neither.
can call me a racist.
I wear
you
it
can
as a
call me
badge of honor.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's like debating on Twitter. After the 500th time that you get called racist, misogynistic, and this and that, it's like, okay, yes. Can you address my argument now?
Yes. I am a racist, anti-phobic, blah 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 blah. Now
Yeah,
get
sure,
on with
whatever.
my point. Answer the fucking question.
When my girlfriend sees me says, "Oh, shit post on Twitter," she's like, "So I'm not understanding why you're fine with being called an Islamophobe and all the rest of it." It's like, well, should I be really bothered that I'm scared of a religion that wants to fucking do horrible things to people? Like,
Yeah. And like Bering said it one time in one of his video about fart Satan.
Yeah.
He said something about AIDS phobic. He's like, damn right I'm AIDS phobic. Why shouldn't I be afraid of AIDS?
Fucking right.
I'm less afraid of Islam than my own country that would persecute me if I fought it.
But that's another thing.
yeah, but the thing is,
I mean, we have a guy in the Netherlands who has been convicted for going to Syria to fight with the rebels, so the Free Syrian Army. He's been convicted as if he were a terrorist fighting with ISIS.
Yeah.
And we know he's not with ISIS. I mean, the whole problem is, no, you went there to fight, and that's not nice. But I don't get it, because the guy is not allowed to do it, but we send soldiers to do it.
In the UK, they welcome back people that left to join ISIS, and there's no criminal accusations against them. They just welcome them back.
Well, no. If you went to go to ISIS, then that in itself is a criminal offense.
Not in the UK. They just want them back.
Turn the conversation
There's a woman that became a prostitute for ISIS, or whatever you want to call it. She did it willingly. And I think she had 2 or 3 children, then she decided to come back. And they just said, no, we won't do anything against her. That's okay. We're just happy to have her back.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this South China Sea? Should we be in that area at all?
Nope. Scapo's in the hangout, by the way, guys.
Those Japanese need to stand up. These Japanese are still very pacifistic, I think.
I don't know. The Japanese have been taking on the fucking Chinese for, 2,000 years? I think that's balls myself.
Yes.
Yeah, but do they have any sort of a navy to deal with it, or any kind of? I don't even know what's the big problem with having China control the sea lanes over there. I don't understand.
No, I don't understand that either. Like they're basically building their own islands, and everybody's saying they're military. So fucking what? Like as long as they're not aggressive. I mean, they are allowed to do that. They are allowed to protect their country. Okay, they are. That's it's not just the U.S. and the West that have a right to go fucking building massive fucking bases everywhere in the world and all this shit like this. They do have a right to protect themselves.
Is it this thing where like Russia decided, well, we're just going to go into Crimea. Now we're going to take over half of Ukraine, and we're just we're going to feel like we let down our allies, or are our allies asking us to do this? I don't get it.
Welcome to the two-faced nature of communism. One hand, people are scared of the implications of what happened with communist Russia. On the other hand, people are like, just, well, look at every feminist communist video sort of thing ever.
Yeah, back to that Crimea thing though, is you got to remember that's Russia's had a fucking naval port there for 700 years, okay, or 400 years, sorry. Is say tomorrow, say Guam tried to kick the United States out, what would the fucking United States do?
Yeah.
Right?
But the way they handled the situation, they could have done better. But yeah, I agree with you.
If Guam ever got out of hand, it'd be a fucking smoking crater within 2 days, and then the United States would go back in there, scrape it off, and build the fucking thing back up.
And what a lot of people don't seem to understand is that Ukraine and Russia have been tied at the hip since the very start. I mean, the country Ukraine, the name actually means borderland, and not in land at the border. No, land between borders.
Yeah.
So
that's
that,
what
I mean,
NATO
it's a
should
bit
stay
difficult.
right the fuck out of Ukraine. Like it's none of their business.
Well, we did sign a treaty. You're probably talking about before the treaty. Didn't we sign an agreement that, like, if Russia or somebody turned over their nuclear arms, that we would keep, Ukraine safe or out of Russians' hands or something like that?
The Crimea, before all this shit started, voted 95% to go with Russia. Okay, that's what everybody keeps overlooking. Is there was a vote?
No, I was talking about Ukraine, not Crimea.
Well, yeah, okay, well, I don't know exactly how that works, but they're basically one and the same because Crimea's got all the gas and it's the rich part of Ukraine.
Yeah, I kind of remember, I think that was like when the Soviet Union was breaking up, that was probably a bad idea that the Soviets decided to let that go. I mean, it's kind of created this problem now.
Oh yeah, and then the West moves a fucking blatant neo-Nazi in to run the fucking place. Like, I just look at it and I think, what side are we? Like, I know the American people are on this side. I want to know what fucking side that the politicians are on.
Yeah,
because
I don't understand.
You can't tell from day to day. You just can't. And I know it sucks, but
that's an issue too.
What do you think, Modwayne? And Dick, you're right there. I mean, close by. Do you want us to just let Russia, if they want to take over all of Ukraine, do we just let them do it?
To be honest. You first, Modwayne?
No, go ahead, mate. Go ahead.
Well, I personally have an emotional attachment with the disaster with the MH17 over there, MH17, with the airplane taken down. And the thing is, the response to that, I think most Dutch people felt we needed to go out there, go there, and how do you say that? That area, we needed to take that. That's what we the most feel. But the reaction was absolutely nothing. The people laying there. So I think, in my taste, I think the European Union is very weak against Russia. Really, really weak in giving a response where we all agree with.
What do you hope America would have done in that situation?
Given them I think it has happened. I can't smell it, but give them proper advice. I don't have all the information. This is all based on feelings. So
right.
It tastes very dirty at the moment because we still don't have any idea where this is going.
Well, you fucking know sausage is being made. It's bad sausage, no matter what.
So yes, I don't know what to feel about it exactly. So and at the other hand, just to go in with brute force, well, we know that is not always such a good idea.
Yeah.
And that's basically my point as well. I don't think Europe should do anything. I don't even think America should do anything. But we should leave the borders open for the true refugees and let Ukraine and Russia handle it. I mean, this is, for all intents and purposes, a civil war. I mean, we can say that it's because of Russia that now Ukrainian people are fighting against Ukrainian and Russian people. Fair enough, we can say that. But the fact is that there are still Russians in Ukraine that help Ukrainians, but the Ukrainians themselves are taking up arms as well. This is not an invading force taking over Ukraine. This is people fighting because they feel that their country should be led differently. This is a civil war. I'm not sure what we can do to stop a civil war.
And like I say, that shit's just starting over there. I mean, what is it, Romania, and what did Putin say about that new missile defense shield that they're putting up there, that they will suffer consequences for activating it? And that was like a day ago. So things are just getting interesting over there.
Yeah.
That rocket shield.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there is more going on. We have continuously this provocation with Russian bombers to our air. So,
which is also not new, because that has happened for years and years as well.
So okay.
To the Netherlands or Ukraine?
Yeah, no, also here in the Netherlands.
The Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany,
Alaska.
Well, yeah, indeed, Alaska.
They got in an argument with Red Frog because she was saying that the U.S. was overflying Russia, and I said, well, do you got any evidence of that? And she sent me an article from Russia Today. No, I'm sorry, Red Frog. I'm too much of a cold warrior to believe a Russian news source, for fuck's sake.
There's so many fucking satellites up there that we don't need to be flying over anybody.
In the article anyway, Gunney, you know what it said was that the Russians were mad and the Americans were admitting that we were flying along the coast of Russia. Well, that's not an overflight. Fuck.
No. Fuck no.
Why would we do it? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Russia is flexing its muscles.
When you can see Russia from your backyard, you don't need to fly over it.
Yeah.
What do you mean backyard? Everyone knows that we all are on board the ISS.
Yes, exactly.
This is. I don't know. I don't understand why this is an issue. The thing is, though, that Russia is flexing its muscles. It's showing the world, look how tough we are. They're not tough. They're just posing. The thing with Ukraine, however, is a little bit of a problem because they're posing and they are helping someone fight.
Well, this is something that Red was arguing pretty hard. Was she wanted that Russia to be a regional power and America to be a regional, not a world power. And I personally don't have a problem with that, other than if I shake a hand with somebody and I say, hey, neighbor, if you're attacked, I promise I'll be there. And if you're attacked and I shook your hand, I'll fucking be there. So,
yeah,
you know, that's the problem I have with her idea.
The problem we have also,
you guys, and I don't know what you want us to do.
Texas is in here. No.
Well, one of the problems. Sorry?
Tex is in here now.
Oh, okay. Hey, Tex.
Hey, bud. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You're fine. We haven't slowed up at all because you've been late. I'm 4 beers into this topic, and I need to go get a couple more.
Sounds good, pal.
But I'm going to let these guys finish up, and then when we get back, then we'll start talking about whether Tex should join the military or not. Okay, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Be back in just a minute.
So what branch are you thinking about going in now for Tex?
Army.
Yeah.
Or Marine Corps.
Sandhog. Marine Corps, you sure, mate?
It's changed a lot. I studied up a bit because I knew I was going to talk to Alex about this, and holy fuck, since I was in, it's fucking turned into a pansy factory.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, hey, question for you, Gunney.
Yep.
Is the Coast Guard military or not?
No, it's actually under Homeland Security, I think.
Yeah, because I met a couple of guys that says, "Oh, we're in the military, we're in the Coast Guard." I couldn't stop laughing.
They don't deploy the fucking Coast Guard.
Photo pirates don't deploy nowhere.
No. But you know what? Actually, the Coast Guard is actually a fucking great gig, and it's very important to the security of any country. Like, you know, it is. I don't put those guys down at all.
It's basically the first view you have on your own border.
Exactly. You know, they like everybody says we're the line of defense. Well, that's what the Coast Guard actually is. You know, they got cool toys. Let me tell you.
But now the question is, do they know how to use them?
I know a couple of Coast Guard guys, and you know they're you know mediocre level, I guess. But it's you know they're not really pressed in to do anything, unless there's a boat going down somewhere.
Yeah, they mostly do rescue operations.
Yeah, drug interdiction and stuff like that, right? So.
Don't they call them, was it the Pretend Navy or the Puddle Pirates or something like that?
Oh, fuck it. I don't know. There's so many names for them.
Oh, are we talking about the Coast Guard?
Yeah.
Pompous is what I've always called them.
Okay, I'll reveal a little bit of my history. I was in the Coast Guard Reserve before I went to the Air Force.
Coast Guard Reserve.
Yeah.
Coast Guard. God damn it, Tom.
I was working at the fire department, and a couple of fucking idiots talked me into it. Me being the idiot that got talked into it.
Were beers involved in this decision making?
Sounds like a...
No.
Man. Okay, before the end of the day, I'll call somebody on Twitter Coast Guard Reserver as an insult.
I actually got to tell you, I like the Coast Guard a lot more than the Air Force as far as boot camp was concerned, because I went through both. And I went through what they call A school in the Coast Guard, and I can't remember what they call it in the Air Force. But the Coast Guard was a lot more, I don't know what I want to say, Marine-ish. I was in the front-leaning rest position for fucking all day long. In the Air Force, I didn't have to do but, I don't know, 30 push-ups. I mean, it was really hard in the Coast Guard.
Well, they call it the Air Force for a reason.
Yeah. And the other thing about the Coast Guard that I liked when I got into A school, like, it was none of this fucking micromanagement bullshit. So, like, the chief come up to me and he said, go ahead and paint this room. I can't remember what it was. And I said, okay, what paint do you want to use? He said, well, go to the storage shed and get what we have. And then 2 days later, are you done? I mean, that's kind of how the Coast Guard worked. You didn't have somebody micromanaging you every 2 seconds, and if you screwed up, you just had to do it over again. The Air Force was completely micromanaging.
Yeah. I don't know. The Marines, it's a bit different. It's like that. It's like, here's what you got to do. Get it fucking done. Don't come back crying. Just get it fucking done. You know.
And if it's done wrong, you do it
again. You fucking do it again right away.
Well, don't you get chewed out first, then you do it again?
Well, yeah, chewing out is common. Like, it's an everyday thing. You're not going through a day until you get some bars on your arm. No, you're not going through the day without getting your ass chewed out at least 5 times. And I mean ears deep. A DI ears deep in your assholes, let me tell you. Because that's what we're there for. That's what you're there for.
Yeah.
Any branch of the military, the number one thing is do what you're told.
Well, I don't know if that's the
Air
case
Force
anymore.
is a little bit nanny-ish. I mean, you've got to have, for every project, you got to have 3 sergeants around.
No, I mean when an officer looks at you and barks
yeah.
an order at you, you hop. You don't sit there and, oh, gee, should I? You know, 'cause that will land you in real serious trouble.
Yeah.
Unless you like running around with a 90-pound pack on. Yeah.
So what's boot camp like? When was the last time you were doing DI work, Gunney?
2000, end of 2002, 2003.
And what was the Marine Corps doing different at the Army at that time?
Oh, it's totally different. It's totally different. I mean, Army guys are nice. we are not there to make you nice, okay? Like I sent Alex a couple of videos, and I posted a couple of videos of exactly what it's like going through the Marine Corps. But, well, today, right? Like, not like when I went through. Like I said, they got this thing called the Crucible now, which we used to call Hell Week, which was 7 days, and now they get 52, 54 hours they have to go through it, and they give them food. Nobody gave me fucking food.
Well, you needed food as well.
Well, yeah, you're basically thrown out into the bush for 7 days, and they come up with tasks for you, and you're responsible. You got nothing. You got 2 days of water supply. That's it. The rest is up to you.
Well, yeah, that does make sense. I mean, if you have to survive, then that's what you have to do.
Yeah. And like there's, you get I can't think of it. My head's not working. Anyway, you get different tasks to do. You're like, you got to do so many tasks and so many, as you go along through the thing. And like, there's no sleep. There's no sleep. Like, if you get 2 hours in a 48-hour period, you're doing great. They want you tired. They want you tired, right? They want you at your absolute fucking extreme exhaustion level. That's what the whole point of the Hell Week was.
Yeah, that's kind of what I remember of the Coast Guard, but who knows what it's like now. But
well, like I said, I started to read the fucking manual now, and like I'm like, holy fuck! Pretty soon there's going to be a line in here: no non-regulation fucking panties are left in the barracks. It's like fuck.
Yeah, we want you to get your 3 squares a day and 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, that.
Well, actually, by law, last time I was DIA, I had to give you 4 hours downtime a day. I couldn't cross that line, but I kept you right there.
Well, that's kind of how it worked. Like, Gunney, did you run them into the mess and give them like 5 seconds to eat, and then you're out of here?
Yep.
That was breakfast. You're out of here. It's like, whoa, man! I don't even have the fork in my hand yet. You had to leave, man. Just scoop up what you could and go.
Yep. I've seen lots of breakfast ate with one hand.
Yep. Back out to the parade field, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it seemed to me it was like a couple of weeks of that really physical stuff and a little bit of classroom work, and then it got into a lot of classroom
3 phases, right?
work.
First phase is physical for sure, and then you're into the school, and then you're into like they're weaponizing you, right?
Yeah.
That's the way it goes in the Corps anyway, right? It's there's 3 phases, so there's and that's the way. I mean, when you get off of that bus and your feet hit those little yellow, like on every Marine Corps base there's a marshalling yard, and it has yellow feet painted all over it. And when that guy tells you to get off the bus and get on those fucking feet, that's when it starts, right there and then.
It's pretty surreal.
Yep.
And I'll tell you this little story. So when I went into the Air Force, I had been through the U.S. Coast Guard basic training. When I went into the Air Force full time, I had to do it again. And they pulled me off the bus, and the drill instructor was yelling at me, and it's like, all right, I'm waiting to do my push-ups. In the Air Force, they didn't even make me do push-ups. Oh, I had to do push-ups in actual PT time.
Holy fucking moly.
Can you imagine that, Gunney?
No, I can't. Geez, that sounds nice.
The first thing they do, like in the Coast Guard, because I would watch them out the window. Of course, they did it to my company, but every other company, they make examples out of 3 or 4 guys right out of the bat, you know.
Oh, fuck, man. I love first day. It was the best day of the year.
But it's all mind games, Tex. It's basically, it's to see if you're going to blow up. And all you got to do, if you actually go in, is decide, they're just playing mind games with me. If I have to do push-ups, I have to do push-ups. If I have to hold the gun in this...
That's right.
They would make you hold your firearm out in front of you until your arms went noodles. You just do it.
Yeah, that's why I said
they don't hate you.
They don't. Yeah, we're not there to hate you. We're there to make sure that you, when you go get deployed to Afghanistan, that you bring your ass back alive. That's what we're there for. We're not there to hate you. We're not there to fucking be your mommy or anything else. We're there to train you to survive and kill.
To pull your own weight and a little bit of your buddies if you have to.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's what it's all about. It's not really to degrade you. It's just to see if you can handle the degradation and whether the military's cut out for you or not. And
to break you down to see if you can fit into the mold that you need to fit into. Right? Like I told Tom the other day, when you enter the military, this is the first thing you got to think. Do I want a killer career, or do I want a career as a killer? Because that's the way you got to look at when you're joining the military, right?
Yep.
If you got the grades, go for fucking Air Force. If not quite the grades for the Air Force, then you go Navy. Stay the fuck away from the Army.
Well,
go ahead, Tex.
Well, I'm not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer, I'll tell you that much.
Well, then you'll make a perfect armored soldier.
Yes. I'll make the green grass grow.
But that's, as long as, like I say, you do what they tell you, and you don't think about it. You don't ask them. There's no asking why or anything like that. You just, when somebody starts barking in your general direction, start moving.
Yeah.
Asses and elbows.
Yeah, don't argue. That's the whole point.
I loved it when somebody, you just see him, just bringing back the old days. Holy fuck, it used to be fun. It used to be fun.
Have you taken, do they still call it the ASVAB? Have you taken the ASVAB?
Yeah, I already did.
So do you qualify for all services? I'm sure you qualify for the Navy.
Yeah, I qualify for all, actually. I checked.
You could physically be a fucking mop and qualify for the Navy.
Yeah, what size, Tex, what size are you? Like, how big?
What do you mean, how big?
Well, tall weight. You're not 5'4" and 300 pounds, are you?
No, I'm actually a pretty tall dude, but I'm pretty light.
Yeah, because, well, I'm only 5'10", 170.
Yeah, I am like 5'11", 6-ish, and I'm like 120 pounds.
Oof.
The reason that I would suggest the Navy or the Air Force for you, Tex, is because we've got a fucked up political class that is sending people into harm's way with no fucking idea of how to win the day.
Exactly.
And you don't, well, you tell me if I'm wrong, Gunney, because I was in the Air Force, but I'm feeling for the guys that are in the Iraq War and because they're watching their buddies get shot up, beat up, other people they're killing, and the politicians are butt-fucking each other.
Well, that's what I mean, is like it's not only the fact that people are shooting at you and everything like that and trying to kill you. That's one side of it, right? You can laugh that off most of the times. But to see, to actually be on the ground and see, what a fucking 2,000-pound gate dam does to the human body at 100 meters, that's the stuff that sticks with you, right?
Yeah.
And you're not going to get that in the Navy or the Air Force.
True.
You're going to be hopefully safer from politicians being dickweeds.
Oh yeah, because you're 200 miles off the coast, or 30,000 feet overhead.
There are opportunities, like in both services, of course, to get into the bloody action if you want. I mean, special forces or whatever, and the Air Force has I forget what forward air controllers, I think they call them. And that's pretty dangerous work if you wanted to do that. But if you're in the Air Force doing it and you decide that's not good for you, you got a pretty good chance of getting it out of that. But if you go in as a Army grunt,
you ain't getting out.
You ain't getting out of that until they exactly
you sign
until they don't want you no more.
Yeah, you sign a contract when you go in 3 years, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's like 3-4 years, I think is the minimum.
Well, yeah, you can, like, there is a different terms of service. I know this. I went through all this. Like, you got to remember, this is 25 fucking years ago for me. And many bottles of vodka. So.
And he's just talking today.
Yeah. And like I said, it's, it depends what you want to do. I mean, you'll get to see the world.
Yeah.
The Navy's good for seeing the world, I think.
Yeah.
I can't talk about the Army. The Navy's really good for seeing the world. The Air Force is really good for taking care of your creature comfort. So if you're going to have pretty good barracks. If you're married, you're going to have either on-base housing or a pretty good stipend for off-base housing. And, when you get to about E4, E5, it's going to be, a decent living.
Yeah, not bad. It goes up to, I think an E5 now is right around 49 a year.
Yeah. So,
I retired E7, so.
Yeah, so like E5 is your 5th promotion as an enlisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I actually know a surprising amount of military knowledge.
Well, what are your questions then for Gunney?
What you got? Yeah, what do you got?
Let me think.
Now, recruit.
I can't.
Yes, sir.
I can't scream right now.
Yes, sir. And they're just screwing with you. I loved it because whenever I got anything wrong, they'd make me do push-ups or whatever.
Oh, you're going to do push-ups. It doesn't matter what branch of the military you join, you're going to do fucking push-ups.
The chief would yell at me, "You think this is funny?" "Yes, sir." "Sir, yes, sir, I do." And then he'd keep going because I was a farm boy, in really good shape, and he'd just push me right to the limit. Well, I'd be exhausted and still laughing. And it was a really fun time because after boot camp, we shared the bus with the chief, our company commander, for our training unit back to the airport. And so that was a pretty good time because he's bullshitting with us. And go ahead, Gunney.
No, you go ahead, Tom.
Well, when I first showed up, it was kind of funny because I went to a kegger, a high school kegger, the day before or 2 days before, and I don't know, I was doing my shit posting, except it was in person at the kegger, and some girl jumped on my back and just dug her fucking fingernails right in my face and just put these scars on my face. It made me look like, I don't know, Lionel from the Thundercats or something. So you can imagine I got off the bus and the chief, he thought I was going to be some kind, I don't know, some weirdo, but we were laughing about it on the way to the airport.
That's awesome.
Yeah, don't turn your back on a chick the day before you go to boot camp. That's...
after you get through the boot, the 6 weeks, then you made some friends and whatever, and after you get to, sign and shit like that, then it starts to relax a little bit. But, the first year is hell. absolute hell. No sleep, no fucking, because you're going to get every shitty duty there is, right? That's just the way it is. Tom knows that himself. Shit runs downhill and you're the lowest spot in the yard.
I'll say that the Air Force was really easy.
I'll say the Marine Corps was really hard.
Yeah. Because I remember the drill instructor, because I'd been through boot camp before, they're like, well, we want to make sure that you're military ready before we send you to secondary school, whatever. I can't remember what they fucking call it. And I said, fine. And the drill instructor came up to me, I don't know, like a week and a half into it, and was like, in the Coast Guard, we had to roll our underwear in tubes. And in the Air Force, we had to do 6-inch squares, or I can't remember.
I know all that bullshit.
Underwear. He's like, he goes, I can't let you go. You can't make your underwear square. And I said, Sergeant, I don't really care. I mean, I get paid the same whether I'm here or at school. It doesn't matter to me. He said, you're out of here, but don't tell nobody.
Yeah, well, that shit never did make sense to me either, but, like, I did make them, like, their boxes, we called it better be in line, like, I better be able to just, open the lid and see what I need to see, and, like, their bed's made and that sort of shit, and, everything stacked and packed to where it was supposed to be. That's all part of it, right? Like, that's all part of it, right? It is.
Seeing if you can pay attention to detail. Can you pay attention to detail?
Exactly.
Especially when you're tired. And I think that, Gunney, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it has more to do with you making sure you understand what you were told to do, and then making sure you do it to the level expected.
Exactly. We're not asking anything, these guys, the DIs don't ask anything that they, of anybody that they don't or haven't or can't do themselves. And if you need help, you ask them. Right?
Yeah, you'll have plenty of guys in your company that will be good at something and they'll help you. Like, if you can't polish your boots, find somebody that can polish boots real well and
or train you to polish your boots.
Trade work. Yeah. He can polish your boots, and you can make his bed, and I don't know, take over on his the train duty or whatever it is.
Yeah, there are shortcuts for sure.
Yeah. No, depending on your company commander or whatever they call him, your drill instructor, he may say don't do those things, and I would. Do what he says. If he says don't trade work, then don't trade work. But
yeah, that's the individual CO. So that's base politics, basically, right? Is like there's lots of guys, that their racks was just junk, but like they were really good at what they did, right? So there's kind of a trade-off there. Like me, I used to get away with huge shit just because of what my training was, right? And not only that, at my time when I was going through, is there were no guys in, like, my age group with my training and stuff like this, because everybody either got out or, it was just nobody was upping, is what I'm saying at that time, right? So they kind of cut me some slack.
Yeah. Another thing that I would say, don't trust what your recruiter says.
Oh,
you are at the service of the United States government, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they have an escape clause in there that I could drive my fucking house through.
You can drive your house?
I'll be right back.
My house doesn't have wheels, but I mean, that's how big that hole is.
Oh yeah, I've heard that like many times. Never trust whatever the hell your recruiter said.
You configure your, you can hope for the best, but be prepared for the worst. I don't think I would go into the Army unless I could get into something like a tank or something fun or something interesting. I don't know, but just being a grunt.
Nah. Yeah.
Oh, you guys didn't watch Starship Trooper, did you?
That looked like some dangerous work to me. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of up to you what you want to do, but that's why I didn't do it. I didn't feel like I was guaranteed a spot in the Army. I figured I could easily go to just being a foot soldier, and I grew up on World War II movies and things like that, and I have a lot of respect for them. But on the other hand, I didn't want to be used as cannon fodder. And at that time, I was quite aware of how good our tanks was, and I wanted to be a tanker. But I didn't feel like they would guarantee me that, so. Do you just want to be a foot soldier or a ranger or what?
I don't think I want to be a grunt.
Well, there's honor in being a ranger, I guess.
They got, all sorts of, you could be in the motor pool. That's what my dad did. He was in the 82nd Airborne, and he was in the motor pool.
Yeah.
Basically a truck driver. And you could be vehicle maintenance. You could be, logistics.
Or a tanker.
Yeah. If you could get into the tank, I think that would be awesome. I don't know how much actual tank time you get, but probably you get to run the simulator anyway.
At least that. Well, thanks for the advice. That really helps.
Well, I don't know if we're just telling war stories or you're getting advice.
Well,
do you have questions?
Questions.
42.
Yeah, the answer to the universe. Well, for fuck's sakes, Tex, if you had me set up this hangout so you could ask these questions and you don't have any?
I wasn't prepared for
you need to questions. Be prepared, recruit, I'm telling you.
That's what I was going to say. And I sent you all that stuff.
Oh, fuck.
I thought that was done in a Disney movie as well, wasn't it? Be prepared.
Yeah, I don't know if you join the service and you're sent this information, you will know it, or you will be doing push-ups until your arms fall off.
Yeah, I used to have a saying, PT till you puke, because that's what's going to happen.
You're going to have that right at the start, all that physical activity, but if you don't get it through your thick fucking skull to learn this shit on your own, you will still be doing it while everybody else is going to the
You'll be doing
hall.
push-ups when you're a fucking Lance Corporal.
Oh, dear.
And one of the things just showing up on time for something, or yeah, I'll be there. You
man.
You better be there.
Yeah, the nothing pissed me off so bad. Ho 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 ho. When you said you were going to be standing in front of me, you better be fucking standing in front of me, because
right.
I did not have a sense of humor about that stuff.
And the whole point of that is, right, for the people that are lower rank to be available to the higher rank, because the higher rank is the one that is going to make the unit do what the unit needs to do. So the higher rank can't be fucking waiting on you.
Well, it goes one further than that. If you say you will do something,
it's your
the
word.
world may end, but your word must be true. If your word is not true, we cannot rely on you. And in armies, you're only as good as the people you can rely on.
And you live and die by the guy beside you.
Damn.
So, yeah, if you give your word, come hell or high water, but you will keep your word.
Yeah.
Either that, or there'll be a stray round, and that'll be the end of you.
Yep.
That happens.
Hey, Gunney.
Yes, sir.
Don't they make in the Corps? Don't they make you go 15 minutes early or something, or an hour early or something?
No, you're just like they give like say yeah, he wants you in the what we call marshalling the yard, right? Where you're supposed to get up and you after you've done your chow, I say be there at that time. If you're not there at that time or you're dragging your ass when I get there, that's the end of you for the day. Like for the day, you've got my eyeball on you, and you don't ever want a DI's eyeball on you all day. That gets old real quick.
No,
Because not only do I have the right to run behind you screaming at you, but I've got 5 other guys standing right beside me that are willing to take over for me. So
you can use that opportunity to really, if that happens to you, Tex, to show your mettle. Push yourself harder than you've ever pushed yourself before, and you will earn the respect of the DI.
yeah, which is that's hard to do. We deal with quite a few guys a day, right? Like you got to stand out. Yeah. And by standing out, I mean you got to have all the ticks in the right boxes when that clipboard's handed to me, right? And like I say, nothing pissed me off worse than saying some fucking punk ass fucking ape shit, fucking not showing up on time. Like that'll get you fucking your ass canned every time. Like,
or asking questions that don't need to be asked.
Yeah.
And you got to remember this: respect gets earned a teaspoon at a time, but lost barrels at a time.
Fucking right.
Damn, that is deep.
One fuck up can 3 weeks in can really fuck you over. And 3 weeks is when you're really tired, really, really tired.
And what I'm saying is, if that happens to you, don't look at it as
personal,
a bummer. Look at it as go into it like, oh, I fucked up. I'm gonna prove I'm supposed to be here.
Exactly.
Because if you go in like, oh, I fucked up, I'm gonna beg for, I'm gonna whine about this. No, I was in front of the company commander several times.
Oh, me too.
And I just own up to whatever I had to own up to, state my position, whatever I stated it was, and suffer the consequences, whatever those were.
It's called earning your honor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Like, it's the, honors, everybody talks about honor. Honor is a big thing in the military. Very big thing. Like, if you say something, you do it, right? It's not a discussion on, well, I wasn't feeling good or this or that or fuck that, man. Like, you say something that you're going to do it and you better fucking do it. It's just the way it is. If you don't, guess what? You're going to be fucking scrubbing toilets for a long time.
Yeah, dislearn excuses.
There is no excuse.
Yeah, there is no excuse in boot camp, period.
You're never asked to do anything else. Nobody else is asked to do. So it's either you can't do it and you wash out, or you make it. One of the two.
And if you fuck up, or you get it wrong, or you don't complete it, understand you're going to pay a price for that, and fucking dive into the punishment or whatever it is. Just go for it.
Yeah.
That's how I survived it.
Yeah, and don't take anything personal. Like, if you start taking it personally, then you're done. You might as well just turn around and walk away right there.
Yeah, that's SJW think right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Can I just interrupt for a sec? I'm going to bail now.
Yeah, I got to get going here pretty quick, too. I thought we started at 2, and I got a redhead waiting for me.
10 minutes, guys. So
yeah, no, that's fine. I got a redhead waiting for me.
What the hell is a redhead week?
I know 4 of them that I get along really well with.
Well, but in the military they also say loose lips sink ships. So, well, no, that's the Navy.
Yeah.
I thought that was from an old World War II propaganda poster.
It was.
Yeah, but it had a reason to be there.
So was see something, say something.
Yeah.
you know, everybody thinks that's a new thing. Fuck that. It's been around since World War One.
Yep.
I wouldn't. If you were my child, though, I would tell you no. As long as we're electing commander-in-chiefs like Obama and others may disagree with me, but I think Trump's a buffoon. I would not let my, or I would not advise my kids to go in the service. America's kind of lost our way. I think we're at this point basically a corrupt people, and that's why we have corrupt officials. I mean, if you're a corrupt person, what do you give a shit if your president or governor or state senator is corrupt? As long as they're giving you the kickback you want, you don't give a shit.
It extends far, far further than America.
You got that same thing. Are you in country there, Irish?
Yeah, well, clue's kind of in the name. I do live in the Cheshire area, and I, probably like a lot of other people, are somewhat in support of Brexit and UKIP party. Because everyone...
Good for you.
I'm with you there. I hope you guys manage it.
Yeah.
They're gonna fuck it up. It'll come out something like fucking the France or the other ones that voted no, and then all of a sudden, fuck you. Your vote don't count.
Yeah. That's what it was like when we were doing the elections the other year, because quite a lot of people did vote for UKIP, but they only got 1 or 2 MPs in Parliament.
Yeah, what was it? I heard Farage say something about this. One Labour Party had 14,900 votes, or they got, out of 14,900 votes, they got 2 seats. UKIP had 4.3 million people, and they got 1 seat. I don't understand how that works.
It's the same way it works in America. For example, if you look at the presidential election, you can win the overall number of people voting for you and still lose the election because of the way it's set up. In the American system...
I'm sorry, Monterey. And then people fucking go from Europe go fucking nuts on how the American system is fucked up, and I'm like, you guys don't have fucking direct democracy either, you dumb
wait a second, UK doesn't, but the Netherlands, for example, does.
Oh. Well, I don't think that's a good thing. I mean,
now you're just sidetracking. Okay,
no, Modwayne. Stick with me here a little bit. If you had seen the American public get dumber and dumber and Jersey Shore dumber, as I have over the last 40 years, you would not have so much trust in democracy as well.
No, I know, I understand, and in all fairness, the Netherlands do have more or less direct democracy, but we vote for the parties, or we can vote people from parties, but the parties then together decide who will work with whom. So it's still indirect. It's the best system out of a lot of terrible systems, I guess.
Yeah. I advocate for voting, though, that to be a voter, an elector, you should be a head of a household, and your household should have a positive income. Because if you can't have your fucking act together, I don't want you in charge of my fucking country.
Yeah.
I think unless you do service, you shouldn't have a fucking vote.
So basically you guys want to turn back the clock a bit.
9.
A little bit, yeah.
9.
Not as far as Gunney, but...
Well, don't you think there should be like a like a term of service for somebody being between the ages of 19 and say 30?
Yeah, I would add that on to what I said, Gunney. All right, so if you serve your country, you do your 4 years, okay, you get a vote. But
so
also, if you're head of household,
and you're going to drop
on welfare, or the basically you're making more than you're taking back from the government, okay, yeah, you can vote. But if you're just a fucking slug sitting in a fucking used lazy boy watching a used TV, fuck you. I don't want you in charge of my country.
Yeah,
Take
but
that,
so
Bernie supporters.
are you going to then say, okay, we're going to re-implement the draft?
No. No, you don't have to join the service, but if you do, yeah, that could earn you the right to vote. I'm okay with that.
So you have to. This is Starship Trooper then. You have to join up so that you earn the right to vote, and if you don't join up, you do not have the right to vote.
Well, that's Gunney's proposal, not mine.
Yeah.
Mine is that you need to be a responsible, proven citizen before you can vote. Otherwise, if you're somebody that can't do a cost-benefit analysis, fuck you.
Well,
I can understand
I
that.
don't think a woman with 19 kids living in a motel room should have the fucking right to vote.
I think the woman should have 19 kids
already. Okay.
I agree with it. It's whether you can make your own way or not. If you can't make your own way, then why do you think you can't even rule your own life? Why do you have a right to rule my life?
That's why I'm not a fan of democracy, because democracy is mob rule. Okay, republic. What? Republic.
No, this is true. Well, republics are basically the same thing, though.
But every man is equal.
Yeah, I do like electors, but I think you need to qualify as an elector, and I don't think there should be an unreasonable bar to become an elector.
Well, that might make sense. It's difficult going to decide where the bar will be, though. And whether you call it a republic, I mean, America is a republic.
It is, yes, it is.
Yeah, they call themselves a democracy. I have no idea why, but okay.
But Democrats like to use it as a fucking propaganda point.
It's always baffled me, too.
Yeah.
But fair enough. I mean, you do have a form of elections, but you can have that in a republic as well. Whether you call yourself a republic or a democracy doesn't really matter. But yeah, it does make a difference on who do you allow to vote for the people you want to have in office. Now there is something you can do with that. But don't you fear that this could set up a system that could easily be abused?
Yeah, but when you watch the dumb fuckers walking around the streets of America,
you don't even need ID.
Well, you need to have ID to register to vote.
Not really.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I think to register for the Democratic Party, all you need is a headstone.
God, you can get that headstone from fucking Bumfuckistan.
Yeah.
What is that?
No, we got voter fraud pretty big time in here. You're not required to show ID in a lot of cases. If you're willing to sign a piece of paper saying, yeah, I got all this in some jurisdictions, you can vote.
It was either Pittsburgh or Philly on the last thing. 113% of the people showed up to vote. How does 113% of people show up to vote?
Well, I'm just going to guess that at least 13% were frauds.
Yeah.
Roughly speaking.
Yeah.
113%. We don't have 113%.
That's what I'm saying. There was guys going around there was guys driving around in vans picking people up off the thing and driving them from polling station to polling station to polling station to vote 4 times.
No.
That's not an election.
No, that's not an election. But I'm not really sure how that can happen, to be honest.
Because it's America and they don't need ID.
It's America,
yeah, but I mean, if I look at the Netherlands, I get how do you call it? A voting certificate or something like that.
I was just about to say this.
Sent to my home, and that's what I use to vote with. I have one.
In the UK, from 16 years upwards, you have to sign onto the government website and register your home address and basically all your details to be a part of the electoral register, and then you get a card in when you're 18 saying that you can now vote, basically.
And you get when I go to vote, I come there, I hand them over the certificate that they send me. They send me to a polling booth. They keep the certificate. I can drop in my vote. Done. I can only vote once.
You tell me if I'm wrong, Gunney. Well, you two are just fucking racists.
That's exactly what
considered racism in America.
Yeah, it's considered like truly. You can vote in America without showing anyone ID anywhere.
Yeah, but I don't have to show ID either. I have to give him the certificate.
Well, that's same.
That's like your ID, bud.
Forgive me if I'm wrong.
No picture on it or anything like that.
Yeah,
just my name on it.
But you've been
the
verified as somebody that's allowed to vote.
Yeah, that is true.
We self-verify in some jurisdictions in the United States. Now that's not in criminal states, but
yeah.
What city?
Like I said, unless you can show up at a polling station with a picture ID, you don't get to vote. Fuck that.
That's weird.
It's just a way for the left to get more votes.
Well,
right, guys,
I would love it.
2 hours into this, so I'm gonna end the live stream and
I'm gonna bugger.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was lovely meeting you all.
It was great hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, it was good fun.